Nope, this is not a clickbait video. I actually did stop doing rank, does that sound right? I stopped doing rank and rent for a period of time, and I want to tell you why, and I don't want you to make the same mistake, and so this is kind of embarrassing for me to say. Actually, it's really embarrassing, and it just kind of shows you where I was at that point in my life, but I want to take you back. So 2016, May, I jump on a call with somebody that has a course, okay? I get on just to get information. I end up buying, getting sold because I'm pretty easy sale, and they were good. Bought the program and built a couple sites, and my schedule at the time was this. During the day, I was knocking door to door. I was living in Alabama, and it was humid, it was hot, and I was knocking door to door and selling home security systems in the day. At night, I would come home, go to Chipotle, shower, and then I would jump on my computer and lay on my living room floor in my apartment and start busting out sites. And it wasn't that bad because I was like, dude, if I could just get out of this freaking door to door thing, right? Anyway, this is the embarrassing part. I actually got a deal. I got a deal in like a month or two. Like I put up this towing site, he started ranking, and I got the deal, $600 a month, and it was a client in Alabama. So I had proof of concept. I was making money from a digital asset. And here's what happened is I finished out my summer with that job because it's like a summer job. You finish in August. And I went home and this is the key. I got too cool for the business model. I don't know if you've probably never heard someone say that, but I got too cool for the business model. And I was so insecure about what I was doing and about myself, I'm guessing, at that point. Nothing else, as I thought back, like nothing else makes sense. But I literally remember thinking, I don't want people, when they ask me what I do, to say digital marketing. I don't want to have to tell them that I build websites or do something like that. Like, that doesn't sound cool. Guys, I'm not lying. This is exactly this is the framework around which I was making decisions. Talk about pathetic, right? And because I had been doing that other job door to door for so long, people are like, oh, he sells. Well, once you stop selling, people start asking, like, what are you doing now? What do you do for work? What do you do for work, right? And you're so used to saying this that like it's not your identity anymore. And I was like, I don't want to tell. And I think I told the first few people, and they were like, that's cool, that's cute, whatever, right? And I was like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be the guy that does local marketing. Come on, I'm better than that. I'm more talented than that. And so you know what I did is I went and I started I thought it would be cool. No kidding. I just thought it sounded cool to have a software company. Like, I literally pictured in my head if somebody asked me, like, Nick, what do you, I have a software company, bro. Like, I know, it's pathetic, and for a while there, I couldn't even talk about it because it was so embarrassing, but now I've gotten over it. And I was like, it'd be so cool to say I have a software company. I have a SaaS company, right? And also at the time, I thought that every SaaS company sold for multiple millions of dollars every single time, raised venture capital money, all this stuff, right? So I go and I start a software company, or I tell people that, right? And this software company, and I put it in parentheses because I got a buddy, we started pre-selling the software that never came out. Long story, the developer never gave me any code. I spent about $50K. My bad for not vetting this guy out. I'm not giving the blame to anyone else but myself. But I'll tell you what. After doing that for a year, that would lead me literally till July of 2017, 3 days before August 1st. I had $3,000 in my bank account. I had my house payment coming up, my car payments coming up, and I had a really, really pissed off wife. I'll tell you that I got cool, and that whole I'm too cool for this, it changed really quick. So I put it down for a year, and then I jumped back into it because I was like, I have to make money. I have to, and I'm not getting a job. I'm not going back door to door. I have to make money. And I'm telling you guys, for those of you that don't appreciate this business model, it's because you haven't done the alternative. You haven't knocked doors. You haven't tried to start a software company. You haven't tried to go and do a service business. Because if you had, you would realize how awesome this is. And I'm telling you, when I came back and I got back into Rank and Rent, I appreciated every dollar. I remember making that first dollar, and it had been so long since I had made money because I had been trying to start the software company and we're just bleeding money. I remember making that first sale and seeing that money coming in. It was only a couple $100. And I remember being like, that was positive cash flow. And it was only a couple $100, but it felt so freaking good. So guys, my advice for you is this. At this point, I've matured enough where it's like, I don't care what I'm doing. I don't care what niches I'm in. I don't have to be in sexy niches. I don't have to be in a sexy business. If it makes money, that's sexy, okay? A business that's profitable, a business that's passive, a business where I can do from anywhere, that's sexy, okay? I don't care what it sounds like to people. I don't care how people view it. I just want something that allows me to make incredible money from anywhere in the world, that can make money while I sleep, while I golf, whatever, that I can scale, and that I can rinse and repeat over and over again. So guys, don't make the same mistake that I did. Don't be too cool for the business model. Don't take a break, because there's so many times I've had the thought like, what if I hadn't missed that year? What if I had spent that year doing this instead of going backwards $50,000? What if I had built this? Where would I be today? Where would I be today? And I've seen so many people that get into this. They come in, they try it for a second, and then they go and they try something else. And they go and they try the MLM or the NFT or the crypto or the other thing or the business model or the wholesaling. And guess what happens? They always come back. So instead of doing that and going and coming, why don't you just stick to this business model and learn a lesson from what I did and build this thing as big as you can? It's the greatest business model on the internet, and that is Rank and Rent.